A police call came in on the night of December 28th, 2025. The report described a domestic dispute at a home in Wilmington, Delaware. Officers from Newcastle County Police were dispatched to the address. Inside the home, they found Linda Stevenson, 64 years old, lying unresponsive on the living room floor. Emergency crews attempted life-saving measures, but she could not be revived. She was pronounced dead. At first, the death did not immediately carry the label that would later define the case, but the investigation that followed changed everything. The man who lived in that home with Linda was William Bill Stevenson. He was 77 years old. In Delaware, Stevenson was known for a different reason long before police arrived at his house that winter night. In the early 1970s, he opened a music venue in Newark, near the University of Delaware, called the Stone Balloon.
People who are aware of the Stone Balloon aren't aware that we have a Stone Balloon package store. It's a great little store with the best selection of wine and beers, and we have all the liquor items you would need. We're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and the big advantage with our store is we're open up until 1 o'clock every night of the week, as I said, except Sunday. Stop by. If you stop by the Stone Balloon nightclub sometime, stop in and check out our liquor store. We have some great discounted items. Take advantage of it. Open till 1 every night in downtown Newark on Main Street.
For decades, it became a gathering place for students and touring musicians, eventually earning recognition as one of the most famous college bars in the country. There was another piece of history attached to Stevenson's name. In 1970, he married a young college student named Jill Jacobs. 5 years later, the marriage ended in divorce. 2 years after that, she married a U.S. senator from Delaware named Joe Biden. Over time, Jill Biden would become the First Lady of the United States.
Our house? No, it's actually all our house, and there's a way to get there.
Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. and Dr. Jill Biden.
Stevenson remained a footnote in that earlier chapter of her life. Decades passed. Both people moved into separate futures.
Stevenson described Linda as a steady presence in his life for decades, saying he'd been honest with her about his past.
She's aware of everything I've told her. I married my wife, Linda, on September 19th. 1986. She had a 4-year-old daughter named Christina, who I now consider my best friend on earth. My wife and I have had 35 years of a wonderful marriage.
On the night Linda Stevenson died, the only people known to be inside the home were Linda and her husband. Police records say officers were called to the house after a dispute between the couple. When they arrived, Linda was already unconscious. The details of what happened inside that home have not been publicly described in full. Investigators began reviewing evidence, conducting interviews, and examining forensic findings. The work continued quietly for weeks. Then, in early February 2026, the case shifted. A grand jury in Newcastle County returned an indictment. The charge was murder in the first degree. The document itself was brief. Prosecutors alleged that William Stevenson intentionally caused the death of his wife. Police arrested Stevenson without incident. He was taken into custody and later held at the Howard R. Young Correctional Institution in Wilmington. Bail was set in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stevenson did not post it. He remained in jail as the case moved forward. Linda Stevenson left behind family members who remembered her in a different way than the case files would. She had started a bookkeeping business. She was a mother and a grandmother. In the words written in her obituary, she was described as tenacious, kind-hearted, and fiercely loyal to the people she loved. Her daughter spoke publicly about the loss. She wrote that the pain of losing her mother felt overwhelming, that the emptiness left behind felt like something impossible to fill. Those words came as investigators continued to build the case. When Stevenson appeared in court, the moment was brief. He entered a not guilty plea to the charge of first-degree murder. Very little evidence has been revealed publicly so far. Authorities have not released a detailed explanation of how Linda Stevenson died or what prosecutors believe led to the killing. The indictment itself contains only a short allegation that Stevenson intentionally caused her death. Bill Stevenson has pleaded not guilty. He remains in custody as the criminal process moves forward. And the death of Linda Stevenson, a mother, grandmother, and business owner, sits at the center of a case that has drawn national attention, not only because of the charge itself, but because of the long and unexpected history attached to the man now accused of murder.